Hey YouTube, it's Mike Penn Gangster. Today I'm going to show you guys why it's so important for people that are trying to basically create coins to reach their first million. How important it is to basically do the easiest things in the game. For example, like bidding on regular gold common cards. Now, I'm going to show you the way I do it. I'm also going to show you, for example, what to look for, because there's some cards that you're going to make a lot more money. Now, I have a rule, okay? When I'm bidding on regular gold commons, I don't bid over 400 coins, okay? So I like to get them for like 350, 400 max and list them up for 500, unless it's not one of the major leagues that sell for more. So you got to pay attention to those little things. For example, like this particular card here, I won him for 350, but sold for 700, right? So basically, I could have done the same mistake I did with these two guys. I ended up listing them for 500, not realizing that these guys were selling for more. Like League One, I should have checked. English 2, because of the SBC, the League SBC, it's there, or something like that. I'm not sure exactly what this guy sold for 500 real quick, but it's just an example. So pay attention to some of the cards. Sometimes just look carefully which ones are selling more than the 500, because when I list them up for 500, it's mostly for like lazy buyers. Like for example, like these cards here, 450. I'm putting them up for like 500. They're basically listed for lazy buyers, right? Every hour, always a few are gonna sell. Okay. So, but of course, like I said, there are going to be cards that you're actually going to see that are going to actually sell more than the 500. So you got to pay attention to which ones are those cards, right? Now, if you want, you could also just bid, let's say Premier League or League One. I just don't like to do that. I rather just bid on all gold cards. For me, I feel like it's just better. Whenever you see like a page is somebody else is bidding, like for example, like this guy right here. So this guy is like bidding at 400, right? So it's okay. Just move on to the next page. You know what I mean? You don't have to basically compete versus that particular person. You know, and the way it works is that you do this until, for example, like you can't bid no more on, and then you go check to see which ones you won. And again, pay attention to, like, for example, like if they're actually going only for 500 coins, or if they're actually a card that's actually selling for a little bit more, right? So for example, here we bid like on quite a few. We're gonna actually wait to see how many we win. Again, you only win pretty much a couple per every time you do it. Like in this case here, I feel like I got pretty lucky. Like let's say, for example, like here we won like 6. We may also win this one here in 18 seconds. Let's just wait like 20 seconds. And then we're going to basically list these ones up and check their prices, just to give you guys an example what to expect while you're doing this. Because the amount of money that you can make doing this is a lot more than people think. Some people think, oh, you're only making like 100 coins per card. No, there's cards that you're going to be making 300-400 coins per card. But the thing is that if you're doing this for an hour or two, you could easily make 20,000-30,000 coins per hour doing this. You know what I mean? You could play like 4 games in an hour and make like 2,000 coins playing the game. Or you can make like 20,000 to 30,000 coins by doing this in an hour. So which one do you think is more profitable, right? So a lot of people, I think a lot of people don't realize like how much money like this is. Like, so I won 7, right? That was a few minutes of me doing that, right? Again, I could have continued bidding now. It's because now I'm just basically making a video. So I want to kind of show you. Oh, wait. I kind of want to show you what I was doing, right? So, for example, MLS players don't really go for much. So when I see MLS, what I do is I just list them up for 500 coins for lazy buyers, okay? If I see England, okay, Premier League, then I usually list them up for a little bit more. Well, what I do is first I look to see if they're actually selling for a little bit more. Like, so this one doesn't seem like it's going for much, so we're just going to list them up at 500. Sometimes it's just the way it is, right? Again, MLS, they just don't really sell for much more than 500 for lazy buyers. and also like again, we have an English one here. If I want, I could try to list this one up at say 550 just to get that extra 50 coins. But like this one here, I really doubt it, but it could happen. But you know, most of these cards, like for example, like this cycle here, I didn't get any cards that were worth more than the 500 coins lazy buying, lazy listing. Okay. Now, I know like that one, I only bid 400. I bid 400. I only want it for 400. Lizzie buying him for 500. When he sells, I only make like maybe like 75 coins, which is not a lot, right? But the thing is that when you're listing a lot of these cards, eventually your total of coins is just increasing, right? So if you have 10,000 coins and every hour you're increasing your coins from like 20 to 30%, that for me is pretty good. So if you start with 10,000 and after an hour you're at 12, 13,000, and then the next hour from 13,000 you have another 20, 30%, and you're at like 16,000, and then from your 16,000 you're like at 20,000. You understand what I mean? Money grows, the more money you have, the more quicker it starts to grow. Okay. And not only that it starts to grow, once you start getting like a decent amount of coins, then you can start like really like, oh, now I can start trading. I can start doing things. And then you guys could watch like my episode that I have every Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, the nightly update. And I'll show you guys which cards you guys should be buying, selling, at what price, how much you should be selling them at, when to sell them and stuff like that. As you can see, look, I have like a couple Barellas, a couple Raspadoris. I already started investing, for example, like in 89 rated. I have a lot. I have like 2 million coins just in 89s. You know what I mean? Like in 88s and stuff like that. So the whole principle is I'm going to show you guys how to do all this. If you guys are willing to look at the nightly update that I have, like I said, every Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays at 10 p.m. Eastern. It gives you an idea of how to like basically make coins on your account very, very easy. And everything that I do and show you guys, I'm doing it myself. So it's not like I'm telling you, go buy this card and I'm not buying. Like, I'm not going to tell a person to buy a card if I'm not buying it. Okay. I could give you guys opinions on what I believe a certain card should be going for if you want to like invest in it to try to basically flip it. But every time I'll buy something or buy a ton of something, I'm showing you guys exactly what I'm buying so you guys could see it. It's right there and how much I paid for it on my account. So it's not like I'm like, oh, look, go buy this, and I'm not doing it. I do everything that I tell people to do. So if you guys want to make coins, I'm telling you, come watch every Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays at 10 p.m. Eastern, the nightly update. I'm going to show you guys all the little tricks to make the coins that you need to make to become very rich in this game, and you're going to be able to afford nice teams like this. For example, like look at this team. Like, I'm sure a lot of people are fed up of like encountering teams like this. Well, I could help you guys out having teams like this if you follow my instructions on how to trade correctly and how to make profit. Now, you got to remember one thing, that when you're trading, you don't win every trade you do, but you win more than you lose. So you got to also understand when to like basically accept your losses and move on to the next trade. A lot of people, I feel like they believe that when someone is showing them how to trade, they think that, oh, if Mike said this card is going to go for 25K, but for some reason it only goes to 21,000, oh, he's not a good trader. It just doesn't work like that. There are certain cards that have expectations that sometimes just don't hit for many reasons. It could be from like what EA content is coming out, like different promos. There's things that could move the market. But the thing is that when you have someone doing it, you feel more comfortable you following that person and doing the exact same thing he's doing, because you feel like, okay, well, if he's putting that much coins into like a particular card, I kind of have trust in that person, because if he's willing to put 2 million coins in a card, it gives me that like that ease of actually going on and doing it myself. Now, there's going to be times where I'm going to lose coins, but I could guarantee you that the trades I'm doing in the long run, my account just keeps going higher and higher and higher all the time. And it gets to a point where you're going to have so much coin that it's going to take 1 or 2 trades, and you're going to go from like 5 million to 10 million, 10 million to 20 million. And you'd be like, really? Yeah. Like, that's how crazy it is. Like, once you have a lot of coins, it basically takes you like 2 trades and you're at 20 million coins. Like, and this is the reality. This is the truth. And I'm going to show you guys it on my account on cards I'm going to invest. There's going to be a card that I'm going to be investing from the Foot Fantasy cards that I'm going to be showing you guys on the nightly update show. Of course, I can't not invest at the moment because I already have investments. So I have to wait for these cards to basically sell first because I never panic sell. Okay. Like, I know, for example, like a lot of people are probably wondering like, hey, Mike, didn't you tell people to buy 89s, but no Icon SBC came out and 89s are still at 36, 37K. That's okay. It's actually good if they're at 36, 37. You know why? It gives you more time to buy even more. So the thing is, you have to understand, Icon SBC is coming no matter what. It didn't come this Sunday. Maybe it's coming today. Maybe it's coming in 3 days. But it's coming. When it comes, boom, 89s, 88s, skyrocket, right? Especially if it's a player pick. And then there's also a leak Mbappe player of the month coming. What do you think is going to happen to 89s? You think they're going to be 36, 37K, or you believe they're going to be 45K? Would you rather consider buying them now so you could make like 5 to 10K per card? Think about it. You know what I mean? They could go to 50K. You could be making 12, 13K per card. You see how easy money makes money? So people in this game panic sell too quickly. They don't understand like what it is to cut losses and panic selling. There's a very, very difference between panic selling and cutting losses. Cutting losses means that there's a particular card that had expectation to go at a certain price and it didn't because the hype for the card or whatever the case may be is just not there anymore, and that card there is just most likely gonna take way too long, or it just may not go ever to that price. So it's might as well just basically cut your losses and move on to a trade that has a more guaranteed profit on it. That's all that is. So there's a lot to trading, but there's also a lot of like understanding, like doing this on a weekly basic to actually get the groove and actually understand what's happening. It gets to a point where you don't even need my guidance no more, because at the end of the day, you'll probably watch the videos just to see what's Mike buying. You know what I mean? Or what's Mike like? What's his view on what's coming up and stuff like that. That's it. Because it gets to a point where you get so good yourself, you actually become even better than the guy you're listening to, because you start actually being active at doing it. And that's the whole purpose, is that once you start being active at doing these things, you just become a better trader overall. And yeah, that's it. You know, like for example, as I was talking, a couple of more cards sold, and like, see, like this one sold for 550, right? The other one probably sold for 500. Or no, one of them sold for 450. But the thing is that they sold before the hour is up. There's still 41 minutes on them, and they're already selling. So profit will automatically just keep on coming in to your account with doing this. So you have to understand that as much as you want to make millions, there's a beginning. You basically need a certain amount of coins to be able to do the bigger investments. Like for you to buy 89s, let's say for example you have 1,000,000 coins. If you have 1,000,000 coins, you could only technically buy between 20 to 25 89s. You can't buy more than that. But if you have like 3 million coins, well then you could basically buy like 70 of them, and that will make you so much more money, right? So you have to get to that, but you need to do the boring stuff first to actually be able to get to that level of like just basically investing on bigger cards and just like making bigger flips. Like there's certain cards you could flip in this game. For example, like the RTTFs, and for example, like when you look at my where is it? When you look at, for example, my Raspadores, okay? Raspadores right now, they're going for around 320. I'm listing them at 330 because I don't really want to sell it right away, but I got mine for 234. That's almost 100,000 extra than what I paid for, right? Barellas are going for about 415, 420. I paid mine like 365. That's basically almost like 60,000 extra, right? Which there's potential for him to go even higher depending on what happens in the game tomorrow, right? But there's times to buy certain cards that just make you extra money. And the whole point of this video, as long as it is, I'm trying to convince you guys to basically follow me, and I'll show you guys the right way how to trade, the way I do it. And also, like I said, everything that I'm going to show you guys, I will be doing it. So I'm going to be one of those traders that are not going to tell you, for example, like, oh, I think you should buy this, that, but they only show you the transfer list afterwards. No. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you what I'm buying. And when I'm buying it, I'm going to show you at what price I'm buying it. And for example, when I'm going to take a loss, I'm going to show you, look, I took a loss on this card. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to be completely transparent with you guys with what I do, so you guys could see it. Like, when I say I'm going to go all in on a card, I'm going to go all in. You're going to see my transfer list. I'm going to have 100 of them, for example, whatever I could buy, right? And they're going to be there. And I'm not going to panic sell, because if I know, for example, like, I know there's a trade that I'm not going to talk about right away, but I know that when I have my coins, once I sell that stuff, I'm going all in on it. I am going to buy them all, and you guys are going to see them all on my transfer list. All of them. All of it. All my 3 million coins, 3.5, all of it. Okay? You guys are going to see it with your own eyes. And I'll guarantee you, it may take a week, it may take a week and a half. I'll have 5 million coins with that one trade. Why? Because I am 100% positive of him going to a certain price, because of just the way the meta works, just based on how the transfer market works. So hopefully you guys are convinced with what I'm telling you guys here. And hopefully you guys are doing these little things, like, for example, bid battling with regular gold cards, common cards, because you are going to make a ton of money. And remember, on Mondays, there's also, like, most likely sometimes player picks that come out that basically increases the value of these common cards. So you could be getting these cards for like 350, 400, and all of a sudden on a Monday, these cards start going, all of them start going for like 600. So you're making even that extra 100 coins on lazy buying per card minimum, right? And again, there's going to be cards you're going to be getting that are going to be selling for more. Like I showed you, there are cards that can sell for 700, 800. There's even some regular gold cards. Sometimes they're selling for like over 1,000 coins. All depends on what people are using for SBC solvers and stuff like that. So that's why make sure that you pay attention to the ones that you're winning when you're bidding on them, because the profit could be way more than you think sometimes, you know. So just pay attention to that, because again, profit is important, because the whole point of this process is for you to basically go from basically a low amount of coins to reaching the million coin, because this is what brings you the most consistent amount of coins instantly in your account, so that as you're even investing in certain things, you always have money coming into your account, especially for somebody that only has an hour, 2 hours of like game time per day. This is probably the best way to actually spend your hour, 2 hours, unless you want to just play the gameplay and you don't really care about this, and then go play the gameplay. You know what I mean? But the thing is that at least if you're just playing the gameplay and you have some coins, but it's just sitting there, you don't know what to do with it, come and see me at nighttime on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, and I'm going to tell you what you could do with your coins so you can make that coin balance go higher and higher every time. If you're increasing that coin balance every day or every week, you know, in a matter of a month, if you could have a lot of coins. So, and having a lot of coins in this game makes the game actually kind of fun, because you could buy whatever you want, fool around with your team. It makes most likely like weekend league more interesting, because you could actually try out different stuff. Because let's be serious, most likely when you do weekend league, you don't make a lot of coins, because you don't really get that lucky sometimes in your rewards, and most likely you're probably buying cards and you're probably losing coins, because the market kind of, you know, fluctuates every day, and sometimes you like buy cards for the weekend league and you just lose more money than you actually make playing it, right? So I'm here to help you guys. I do apologize for making this video way longer than I expected, but I wanted to make sure that everything I see here gives you guys that interest of like sticking around and making that coins. You guys have to remember now, we're late in this game cycle. There are going to be a new FIFA that's going to come out. Of course, it won't be called FIFA no more. It's going to be called something else. But there's still most likely going to be a transfer market and all that stuff. And when that year comes, if you guys are already like subscribed or already following me, we're going to start that journey together, and I'm going to make you guys a lot of coins. So Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day, guys.